So good morning all. Today I'm going to show you how we can start Oracle database on Oracle database and what are the stages when we do the start up the database. So as you can see here, when we start the database, it goes to various process. So this is our current state, that is our shutdown state. Then we have to go to no mount, then we have to go mount, and then our database open. So we will see in this video what are the steps are happening and what are the tasks as performed at in each stage. So starting up the Oracle database, that first state is no mount state. So when we start our database, select which state in which it start. The following scenarios are described. What are the stages are there? So an instance is typically started in no mount mode during your database creation, during database recreation of control file, or there are other way around as well. So when we put this starting the instance, what are the steps is happening? Like it will search your parameter file in home directory in DBS folder. So what are the sequence of that? So first it will search SP file, SID in our case HRPD, that is our instance name, .ora. If that file is not found, then it will go for init ora, init sid.ora file. So once it's got to your file, then it will be start your instance, allocating the SGA. SGA is shared global area, and starting your background processes, and also open the alert log. So if I show you, so I'm logging on the server. I'm going to show you where is our SP file, DBS. If you see here, so this is our SP file. This is our init file. This is our password file. Okay. So when we start the instance, it will read this file by default. And if that file is not found, then it will go to init underscore hrpd.ora file. So once your instance is started, so in no mount state, so as you can see here, now we have to come into the mount state. So in no mount, what is happening? It will read your parameter file, SP file, and start the SGA, also background processes, and open the alert log file. Then when we move to the mount mode, in mount mode, what is happening? Control file opened for this instance. So let's talk about mount mode. Mounting a database include following tasks, like associating a database with previously started instance. In no mount, what we have done, we have started our instance. So your now database will be in added to that instance previous which we have started. Locating and opening the control file is specified in the parameter file. So in parameter file we have multiple values. Like if I show you, so as you can see, we have control file location, we have db block size, we have db create file test, what is our db name, what is our db recovery file test, what is unique name. So there are n number of parameters are here. We will discuss in some of class, but now we are more focused on what are the stages and what are the activities started. Okay. So in mount mode, what is happening? It is associating a database with previously started instance, then locating and opening the control file specified in the parameter file, then reading the control files to obtain the names and status of your data files and online redo log. However, there will be no validation will happen, like there is no checks are performed on that, but internally it will be checked what are the data files, what are the redo log files, control files, everything should be pointing out. To perform a specific maintenance operation, we have to start our database in mount mode. Like what kind of task we can do? We can do the renaming data files. We can enabling and disabling the redo logs, archive. We can enable archive log or disable archive log, or we can perform full database recovery. We will see in recovery section. Okay. So this is our mount mode. Then coming back to open mode. So what will be the open mode? All files opened as described by the control file for the instance. So in control file, we'll have all the information. What are the control files? What are the data files? What are the redo log files, right? So it will read your control file in mount mode, valid, just check all the locations of your data files and redo log files, and when we open the database, it will be, let's see what will be happen. So starting up an Oracle database instance in open state, a normal database operation means that instance is started and database is mounted and opened. So whenever we do the startup command, as we seen in previous video, our database is up, a read write mode. But when we go step by step, then we will see what are the things are happening in various stage. So what are the stages we have? We have no mount, mount, and open stage. With normal database operations, any valid user can connect to the database and perform typical database access operation. Means if your database up and running, in that case, anyone can connect to the database and they can perform any operations like create, update, delete, those things. If any of the data files and online redo logs files are not present when we attempt to open the database, then we will receive the error. So in mount mode, as I told, it will read your control file, check all the locations, and when we do the open, then in that case it will be verification will done. So if during the verification phase or validation phase, if your file is not present, any reason, might be someone dropped those file, might be your file name convention is changed, file name is not in the whatever mentioned in control file, then you will receive the error. So during this final stage, what Oracle Server does, Oracle Server verifies all the data files and online redo log files that can be opened and check the consistency of your database. If necessary, the small background process will come into the picture and that will initiate the instance recovery. Okay, so this is the command. So as I show you in previous video, the startup command. So when we do the startup, it will include all three. Like startup command will include startup no mount, alter database mount, then alter database open. Okay, so let me show you the all four commands, how this command is going to work. So first what I have to do, I have set the environment variable. So my database name is HRPD, and then we can check my database is up and running or not. So that's something you can check. ps-ef pipesend pmon. So as you can see, there is no pmon process is running. Pmon is what? Pmon is our background process, that is mandatory background process. If your database is running on the server, definitely you will see your pmon is process is there. Then I have to, okay, I have already set the environment variable. Now I have to log in as SQL plus as this DBA. Okay, so first I'm going to start up no mount. So what will happen in this stage? In this stage, parameter file will be read and allocate the SGA start up the background processes, and open the alert log. So these tasks will be happen during your no mount stage. Okay, it will take a while because your database is started first time. It will be allocate memory, background processes, and alert log. Alert log is where your all what are the task is happening internally with Oracle. If any error is occurred, what is the stage, that everything you can see there in alert log. Okay, so as you can see, my database is in no mount state. Now what I am going to do, I am going to do, so startup no mount is completed, alter database mount. So what will be happen in this is mount stage? In mount stage, it will read control file and also uh, look the files like database files, data files, readolog files, those locations. But verification will not done in this stage. So you can check from here, select open mode from v dollar database. So can you see my stage is mounted? So my database is mounted stage. Now what I am going to do? I am going to alter database open. That is the final stage. Okay. So this is the final stage of your opening the database. In open, when we do that, it will verify physical locations are valid or not. So whatever the locations, data files, data log files mentioned in our control file during the mount stage, then when we do the open, it will do the verification. If everything is consistent, met the condition like your file is present, your data file is present, your data log file is present, then your database will be open without any error. If there is any issue with your files, unable to read, somehow like permission change, whatever is happened, but if something is not going good with the data files, data log files, then your database will be not open and you will get the error. You can troubleshoot those error, go to the alert log file and check there what is the error code. So usually whenever you get any error in Oracle database, you will get Ora hyphen error number like 145316, whatever number, right? So by that you can troubleshoot those error. And if you have severe issues, you can contact to the Oracle support, open the SR with Oracle, and you will get the resolution from their end. Usually open when we open the database, it will take a little more time than other stages because it will be do the most of the steps to verifications. Yes, so my database is open now. So how we can check? Select open underscore mode from v dollar database. So as you can see, my database open in read write mode. So read write mode means anyone can connect with your database and they can use your database. So I have created one sample user, I can show you. So this is the demo user I have created, and we can connect with the database when our database is up and running. Yes. So as you can see, I am connected using the demo user. Thank you.